BladeHQ, for the first time ever, has let me down on a drawing. If you remember one of the last videos that I posted, I think it was the Spyderco Myrtle, I got an amazing picture of Naruto in Sage of Six Paths mode. That was their best drawing to date, in my opinion. So I thought that I'd continue the trend and get Sasuke. Really? You had to spell out ninja? Did you really think that it was that hard to understand who this was? Because honestly, it kind of is. Really. Anyways, bad drawing aside, let us now get into the actual main part of what this is, which, as you can see, I'm still rocking the Spyderco Myrtle, because honestly, the downsides have been tamed down a bit. The inside of this, that was incredibly sharp. I've been able to file that down substantially to the point where I can now flick this thing open all day without any trouble. I was able to file down these scallops a little bit. As you can see, they're basically now flat on top and quite silvery from where I just gave no craps and said I'm going to fix this. So that's done. The knife is now much smoother. It still has a little bit to go, which is why I haven't reviewed it yet, because I have done the official testing, and I ran it through cardboard a couple times, sharpened it up, ran it through more cardboard, and it's still doing fairly well. So basically the S30V is holding up exactly as I thought it would, and overall I do like it. But yeah, I just wanted to break in a little bit more to see if it will break in anymore. So, now to break this with this. Okay. That's it. Standard paperwork, receipt, and everything. And it, basically, I think that my roommate sometime last semester might have actually stolen my nano oil, so I had to rebuy some Tough Glide now to see if this actually works any better. But I'll just get that out just for the sake of cutting something else. But everybody was recommending this. A lot of people actually were recommending this over nano oil even. So we'll see how this works. I've got a few pivots that I want to lube up with that basically the moment that I'm done with this video. But now, basically the reason for the video. This right here. A Higonokami, specifically the Higo 11. Yeah, whatever that says, I have no clue. I might try to look that up with my app later on. And here is the knife. Coming out just a little tarnished looking on the top, but it is what it is. I'm not worried about that. Basically a one-piece construction on the handle. Okay, pretty stiff, like really stiff actually, but that I'm not too worried about because it is a friction folder. For one, this will definitely break in over time, so I'm really not worried about that too much. That'll basically just add safety to it later on. Okay, and as I was seeing in videos, it basically is a full flat grind to a zero edge, so there is no secondary bevel up here at all. which is actually pretty interesting. I have yet to have a knife like that before. The one thing that I'm not liking about this right now is the fact that it is scraping at the top up here. So I really don't like that, but that is what it is, I guess. Overall, the comfort is not exactly that great, but then again, this is not exactly going to be the most daily carry for me. Basically, the entire reason why I got this was twofold. One, I've heard of a lot of people using this as basically their straight razor, and I wanted to give that a test for myself. And so yeah, that's basically exactly what I got this for, was a straight razor. But also, being as into Japanese culture as I am, I wanted a traditional Japanese folding knife. Because for one, a folding knife is what I'm actually able to carry, for the most part. And I've already got a somewhat traditional Japanese fixed blade made by CRKT in the Obaki. Basically, this is, what do they call it? I can't remember the actual name of what this is, but it'll probably come to me once the video is either far past it or after the video is turned off, but either way, it makes no difference. But yeah, so this is now a traditional Japanese folder. And if I'm not mistaken, this has basically been a design that has remained unchanged pretty much since its inception, after the sword makers of Japan pretty much went out of business because people were no longer allowed to carry swords in public. At which point, nobody was buying Japanese swords anymore, so the sword makers went out of business. But the ones that still wanted to continue their craft started making pocket knives, and this is what came out of it. And like I said, the design has basically remained unchanged since its inception. Okay, let me get a quick sheet of paper over here, and we will test out the edge. Not exactly a razor, because a lot of people have been saying that this thing is like an absolute razor right out of box. I'm not getting that, but you know me, it will be. Yes, this thing will definitely be a razor the moment that I'm finished with it, which will probably be very quickly. Now, that does depend on whether or not the steel wants to sharpen properly, because this is Agame blue paper steel. I have never worked with it before, so I don't know exactly how long it'll take, but hopefully it won't take that long, because I do want to use this tonight if possible. But then again, it might not actually see use tonight, because I also want to use it as a straight razor, and I have been saving up some facial hair just for this purpose, to see if I actually can. And hopefully this does smoothen out a little bit over time, because right now, I'm trying to actually get this thing open. I've almost cut myself like 15 times already. But yeah, so review to come on this thing in the future sometime. Right now, initial impressions are, it's a knife, it's traditional, I like it, that's about it. I'm not exactly overly enthralled by it, but I do like it. So I'm going to cut that video off right now, and as always, YouTube, stay safe.